Historically speaking, bronies were inevitable. Yeah, I'm not sure where you guys were going with this one, but today's about finding that out.
Lucy P. Hart.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the angle was, but maybe you were cooking. Maybe you were cooking. I'm gonna take my shoes off today. No arguing about it. The shoes are coming off! It has gotten very fucking serious. Very serious indeed. Twisted Metal. Fish food is marshmallow and chocolate ice cream with little chocolate fish in it. Okay, that sounds actually good. Except, why are they in the shape of fish? That's just weird. That's just weird. Athesis, thank you for the 7 months. Guys, and Iron Fist, thank you so much for the gift subs. I appreciate it. Blah, blah. Alright. Let me know if you guys can hear this, but you should be able to. If I unmute it, got him.
This guy, this guy, this guy, and this dude have one thing in common. Today, we discuss what that—
This is a woman?
Dagan_Keto gifted a tier 1 sub to Iamaya.
Dejan Keto, thank you for the gift sub. I thought... Also, BGM is on. Oh yeah, thanks. Let me get rid of that for y'all. You're welcome. You're welcome. Rutro Raggy, just because you're a fucking horse girl does not mean that men are horsemen. I think she's projecting. Clintaris, thank you for the 5 months. Amazing username, by the way. I just now realized what you're trying to make it sound like. It doesn't work as well as you think it does.
That thing is, and why 80% of you are historically inclined to be bronies. Most people know My Little Pony is a toy line and media franchise owned by Hasbro. It first launched in 1981 and was marketed towards young girls, but for some reason, its most dedicated followers are predominantly teenage and adult men. For this, we can thank the 2010 cartoon series My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. If you've been on the internet, you know about this fandom. If you've been on—
This is a great video, by the way. Just straight some real good shit.
On the internet too much.
I know it's a flesh woman, but it was a good video. I'll give her the credit.
Me, you've seen the horrors. The unspeakable
Hydration?
Horrors. There's something about cotton candy miniature horses that can just change the entire brain chemistry of a man. Or
I just really don't. I don't know. I don't really get it. Maybe it's because there's a huge subsect of people who are like furries. Like, we got a raid from a furry yesterday from Buff Pup, and she tried to convert me even. I really just see it as like adjacent to furries. Like the people who want to fuck the cartoon horses. It's a cartoon fucking rendition of an animal in real life, pretty much just like furries are. I don't see it as being that different.
At least that's what most—
You know what? I do think it's kind of crazy. Lion King is a literal movie made for children, yet there's people perving on those characters all the time and drawing furry porn of them. Those people don't get criticized. But a brony draws Rainbow Dash getting dick down, and suddenly he's a degenerate who's like exposing children to it? Like, bro, what's with the double standard here?
People agree is the case. We've collectively blamed this abnormal behavior displayed by men between 18 and 30 on the My Little Pony franchise. But really, this phenomenon dates as far back as 30,000 years ago, when artists of the prehistoric times, just like artists of the DeviantArt times, very often chose horses as their muse, making them the—
Furries are anthropomorphic. Explain Lion King. Explain Lion King. Explain Lion King. Redaran, it is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Fucking My Little Pony horses do not look like real horses. You can tell that they're like shaped like a horse, but if you compare them to a real life horse, they are not the same fucking creature. Lion King is literally closer to real life animals than being a furry compared to MLP, in my opinion. In my humble fucking opinion. This is cope. This is cope.
most commonly depicted animal in Eurasian cave art. The almost fanatical, sometimes even bordering fetishistic fascination with horses can be traced back to pre-civilized society. So is it specifically this—
I think everyone knows. I think everyone knows exactly what it is. When people like Bosch exist, I think they know what they're focusing on in regards to the horses.
Cartoon, or is the show just a key that unlocks a part of the brain that has
That's disgusting.
always
Holy
been
shit.
there? Are horses actually an ancient psyop created by aliens? And does Pinkie Pie exist with the secret, deeper purpose of controlling adult men and turning them into enemies of Christ? Historically
God, I hope so. That would be so fucking based. I'd Oshi.
speaking, Yes, only the real important questions here on the Poopy Show. Let's start with how did horses first infiltrate our lives? It's 3500 BC.
Vroom, vroom,
Humanity
bitch.
was discovering all types of things, like writing. Yay, I can keep records. Classism. Yay, I can keep slaves.
I hate this girl. She's more talented than me. I have to kill her.
And most importantly, horse. For
Horse.
riding? Not quite
Humps.
yet. For eating and carrying stuff around first. Carry stuff like me? Yes, actually. We have evidence for this from Botai, where the majority of non-human remains were bones of horses. Traces of mare's milk were also found on pottery shards, but more importantly, the teeth of these horses appeared to have been worn down by a mouthpiece. It's ultimately unclear exactly how or when horses were fully domesticated and transitioned from being pack animals you sometimes eat to being possibly the most important tool in ancient times. But it will take about 1,000 more years for the horses to actually be ridden. During all this time, the donkey was doing the same job, by the way, just in a different continent.
The donkey was doing the same job. It was just being less appreciated because a donkey is kind of like, it's kind of just like a less Chad horse. Like, literally, the donkey is just like the beta of the horse family. It's very sad.
It would make its way into Europe and Asia eventually. And here's the thing. Donkeys are safer, can carry more stuff, are less likely to scare and hurt themselves, more
Dude, this is just like in real life.
versatile, take longer to tie.
The donkey is literally better than the Chad horse in every way, and yet everyone simps for horses instead. That's crazy.
Are out. But the horse had speed. And here's why that's important. A study reveals that a ride in
Me, when I can carry more and do more and am overall more useful than the fucking stupid horse, which gets scared of its own shadow, but because Chad McHuge Horsecock is running over there at fucking Mach speed, everybody wants to ride the horse instead. I guess I'll go fuck myself then.
a fast car increases the testosterone levels of male subjects more than an actual woman could. Additionally, it's also proven people with lower MAO levels seek thrill more
MAO?
often, and people with lower MOA levels are often on the spectrum.
MAO equals turning you into a My Little Pony sex desirer.
Is typically enjoyed by men do reflect that neurodivergent masculine desire. And My Little Pony dominates this market obviously, but the entirety of human history simply led to it being as big as it is. Let's go back to the before times again to further prove my theory, and talk about antiquity's most notable brony, the entire population of Troy. Here's the story.
What?
1183 BC or 3194 BMLP, there was a legendary battle between the Trojans and the Greeks. The Greeks were losing. They could not gain access to the city because of its high walls.
This is the Trojan
To
horse
infiltrate
story.
it, they did what? Build
And that's why men instinctively want to go inside horses, which explains My Little Pony, because it relates to the glory of the Greek mythology with the Trojan horse.
something that the enemy could.
And the condoms being named after the Trojans is just another leaking of the subconscious mind that Sigmund Freud fucking predicted, that people deep down inside,
could not resist.
they're all horse fuckers.
Yo, what is it? It's a horse, dude.
I don't think that's it. Disprove my theory right now.
Historians believe the Trojan horse was metaphorical, but actually it's a story about how the Trojans were bronies and this ultimately led to their demise. It also goes down in history as possibly the most expensive and most lethal fursuit, if it was real, which it was. Next we examine the brony behavior of Alexander the Great.
Okay, yeah. I actually kind of am history pilled in a couple, like 2 different areas. At first, Alexander the Great is one of them. First of all, because he was gay as fuck. And second of all, they just never stopped talking about how his horse was like his best fucking friend. He was best friends with his fucking horse since he was like a very young child, and he had like a crazy funeral for his horse, and it was named motherfucking Barcephalus or some shit.
However, Bucephalus gave birth to numerous legends. It's said that a dealer offered the horse
So like
to King
Radon,
Philip
basically, I
II
guess.
for 13 talents. And in those times, that was a boatload of money.
Damn.
Literally, this would be the yearly salary of an entire ship crew of 200 men. But the horse was kind of an ass. So Alexander's father was not interested in some overpriced mount that no
Alexander wasn't gay, he was autistic. Yeah, that's why there's quotes that Alexander the Great, the only thing that he liked more than fucking war was being between his best friend's thighs. I wonder what they meant by that.
one could tame, even if it supposedly had a lineage that traced back to Pegasus. But Alexander claimed that he could tame Bucephalus, and through Disney princess magic, I presume,
Just gross
he did.
stuff.
It said that
Hydration.
later on, an oracle told Philip that whoever could tame Bucephalus, the horse
And they
with the
were
mark
best
of an
friends.
ox, shall rule the world, which is canonically the first Brony marries Sue fanfic. But Alexander did really treasure Bucephalus.
Okay. I'm sorry. I know she's explaining. I'm gonna be autistic. I'm aware he's not gay, he's bi, but he did a lot of gay shit is what I'm getting across here.
And even named the city after the horse. But perhaps more importantly, once it got stolen, Alexander threatened to burn down Babylon if the horse was not returned to him. It quietly was. And let's not forget Caligula, who I most see as a representative of the Brony community. He wanted to
I
make
heard this guy sucks.
his favorite horse part of the Senate, but was executed before he actually could for being a weird horse girl.
They really
forbid
were
women have
bronies.
hobbies. Then the Duke of Wellington. He nearly got killed in the Battle of Waterloo, not by Napoleon, but by his horse, who, I quote, almost achieved what the French were trying to do by nearly kicking his head off.
Holy based. Not when a horse is more efficient than the entire nation of France.
17 hours of battle, he just said to the horse, something British probably, and continued to love the horse, and forgave the horse. This one also got one of his hooves stolen, then found, then turned into an inkstand. On the
Damn.
other side, Napoleon's horse Marengo, you know, this horse,
Marengo!
was captured and put on exhibition. When it died at age 39, it continued to be
39?
on exhibition. It is
What's the normal lifespan of a horse? That feels like really fucking old. I thought that's old.
skeleton in the National British Museum of War. Now, I think we can
The
get
horse
to the
skeleton,
next
I can't.
obvious question. When did this become this? Well, pretty much when this became this. I know this show isn't about real horses. These are miniature horses that are brightly colored and talk about feelings. But
Yeah.
reality is bleak, dude. If this shit makes you happy, go for it. Just don't turn it into something vile that makes Richard downstairs happy, and I apply that to every single friend.
This may be controversial. Might be controversial. I don't care if you want to fuck the cartoon ponies. I don't care if you're a cartoon horse fucker. Just don't fuck a real horse. Please, that would be bad. Just don't do that. But if you're a cartoon horse fucker, if Fluttershy is your waifu, I couldn't give less of a shit. I really couldn't. I'm just being genuine. Maybe there's some argument out there that would explain it to me, why it's totally different, but I don't see it any different than somebody who wants to have sex with Scar from Lion King.
Franchise. Because I do actually understand it. I sometimes accidentally consume a bit too much black-pilled slop, and I have to put on an episode of Golden Girl.
Black-pilled slop? What?
I sometimes accidentally consume a bit too much black-pilled slop, and I have to
Brony content is black-pilled slop? Stop watching it then!
put on an episode of...
One man's black-pilled slop is another man's fucking hopium pill. Are you a brony, Var? No, I'm not a brony, but I'll defend the bronies. I don't care if that gets me brony accusations. Oh, you're defending bronies? You must be a fucking brony. I'd rather be a brony than a hater.
Golden Girls. Was that show made for me? I don't think so. But I crave for a reality that looks like this. And it's
What?
perfectly logical that some people crave for a reality that looks like this. Not to mention the ongoing resistance to norms of masculinity.
My Little Pony is just like anime, but like American. Like they finally did it. They finally captured the spirit of like an anime where just cute girls are there and they just like have non-consequential problems and they just like hang out and have fun. It's literally just an anime except they're cartoon horses.
That is especially prevalent during adolescence.
They even made them
Nearly
anime? They have
80% of
anime
teenage
figures,
boys
like,
have
real.
some level of disregard for
It might be nice to be a girl, then you wouldn't have to be emotionless. Boys' resistance to norms of masculinity during adolescence. This is the black pill. Is this the black pill that she's talking about? The findings from our analysis revealed that a resistance to the norms of masculinity is pervasive among adolescent boys across ethnicity. Of the 55, that's such a small sample! What the hell are you proving with 55 guys? What is this shit?
Common masculine traits, and this can be an escape for them. The horse aspect is just an entry point.
I like how horse and whores literally just like sound similar. I feel like that's another one of those human Freudian slips that men came up with, you know?
So let me end this with My Little Pony
Atlantis,
did not unintentionally gain a 4chan adult male audience. They made a show which just historically, maybe even biologically, caters to them. Wait, what are you doing here? This video was made possible by gamers.
Gamer subs code Lucy! Why does she... Guys, she literally looks like that one girl from the Amanda show. Do you know what I'm talking about? The one girl. Literally, okay, look at her. Look at her. What's her name? Amanda show super fan. She literally looks like her. She literally that is literally her. That's literally her, bro. It's literally her. Oh my god. It really is. It really is exactly the same. Good catch. Yeah, you're welcome for that one. You're welcome for that one. Holy god. Crashing through the ceiling. I would do it too if I could. It's pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna watch this at 1.25 times speed. Congratulations to the artist who sent me a video about their game that they like to play. You're lucky I have a vested interest in rhythm games. But I will be watching this with great heavy prejudice. Sajix, welcome. If I don't like it, I'll quit watching it.
The year was 2007.
You better convince me that I should play Osu.
The first iPhone was announced. Tumblr launched to the public, and Barack Obama announced his
Tumblr launched to the public. Oh god. Oh god. Oh Jesus. That made me feel really old.
candidacy to become president of the United States.
My candidacy for president of the United States of America.
But perhaps bigger than all of those, 2007 was the year that the biggest online rhythm game was born. Created by one man, this game has withstood the test of time, building a worldwide community of unwaveringly dedicated fans and competitors. This is the largest rhythm game in the world.
Welcome to us.
I've heard it's really, really hard and sweaty and difficult.
Click the circles.
Our story begins 2 years
I'm gonna go get a drink. Tell me when Obama is back. Let me be clear. I have returned to the stream. Now, when we talk about loving Lucy, we mean loving Lucy.
years before the initial release of Osu. In 2005, a Japanese rhythm game called Os Tatake Wendan, more commonly referred to as Wendan, was released on the Nintendo DS.
Wendan!
The game was developed by Ines, who had previously worked on Gitaru Man, a rhythm game for the PS2
Enos? Oh my god, guys, Enos.
in 2001, along with the Beatmania Da series of rhythm games that came out on the PC.
I would hate that.
With plenty of experience in the rhythm game genre, Ines took advantage of the Nintendo DS's innovative new touchscreen, which provided a brand new experience.
Oh, the
Instead of just
DS.
pressing buttons that correspond with a color or lane,
Oh, yeah. My brother was a huge Guitar Hero fan. Hassan Pyre, he was Guitar Hero pilled. The fucking DS had an attachment that you put on top of the DS to play the fucking guitar. That shit was crazy.
players had to tap circles and hold onto sliders with the stylus instead. While the game was only released domestically in Japan, the game became insanely popular and was heavily imported all over the world. This led to the production of a sequel made for an international audience called Elite Beat Agents, which featured the same gameplay as the original. Many fell in love with these
Japan gatekeeps all the best rhythm games.
games, the most notable being Dean Herbert, better known as Peppy. Today,
Peppy?
you might know him as the creator, developer, and publisher of the PC game Osu. Inspired by Wendon, Peppy released Osu to the
Peppy.
public on September 16, 2007. Much of the culture and community around Osu was based
Isn't that
around
that
anime,
frog,
and
though?
much of its initial player base was from East Asian countries and a small community in the West. While the game was essentially a copy of Wendon, there were quite a few differences between the two games. Without a touchscreen to play on, Osu was
that's
played with a
PP.
mouse and keyboard,
Oh,
and
PP,
players
sorry.
navigated their cursor and tapped 2 keys on their keyboard instead of clicking on circles. You can also use the left and right clicks on your mouse, but good luck with that.
This looks so fucking hard to me, man. Snowbell, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Cringe Empire. You have to do this with your mouse? My hands are so shaky, though. That's
In
too
order
much
to better
precision
replicate
for
the
my
Wendon
ass.
feeling, some players began integrating their drawing tablets to emulate the use of the
Crazy,
stylus,
crazy,
as well as
crazy.
some other unique and interesting ways of playing the game.
What?
Along with that, rather than a campaign, Osu had a
What kind of
play
map
mode
is
that
that?
consisted of several song selections that users were able to choose from. With an automated star difficulty system dictated by an algorithm, players were able to play through songs at a level that best fit their skill set. What set Osu apart from its DS predecessor was the fact that it had an edit
Hydration?
mode. This meant that players were able to take any songs they wanted and make a beat map out of it. So it wasn't just up to Peppy to keep pumping out new songs for people to enjoy. Beat mappers from around the world began experimenting with their favorite tracks. However, it took some time before beat
Did you know that you can buy access to people who will coach you in Osu? You just have to go to Fiverr and look up like Osu coach, and there are people who will be there, and they'll just fucking teach you how to play better, apparently. I think that idea terrifies me. That terrifies me. Apparently this is not just a thing for Osu, but also games that have ranking systems in general, which is insane to me.
mappers were able to really innovate and explore all the potential the game had to offer.
This game came from a DS game. It was really simple. And so those DS games were the only maps people really
Chatty, would you do a rhythm game session with me?
based their design philosophies on. So all the early maps in Osu in 2007, 2008 were
Mods?
designed to be basically mimicking the DS games maps. As time went on, people sort of started to push things a little bit. People were designing maps in slightly different ways, but not way too different, just ways that sort of push the limits just enough for people to not be like complaining about it, saying this is complete trash, but enough to be innovative. And it's very hard to really like push things beyond a certain level within a short period of time. So that's why mapping has changed so gradually. It's because it's all about community acceptance and people can't accept really big changes all at once.
As beatmappers
Angel Duster, welcome. What did you call us? Chatty. My Chatty. My love. My husband. My wife. The love of my life. My dream. My aspiration. My reason for existing. Do you need any other nicknames? There are more than that. Metal Man, thanks for the 300 biddies. I appreciate it.
continued to innovate and push things forward, the community's opinion on what was considered the norm changed as well. From early beatmappers like
I'm not gonna lie, it's happened to me where I've played a rhythm game and some of the new beat maps started introducing mechanics that I really did not enjoy playing. And yeah, they were difficult, and so there's a part of me that's like, maybe I'm just like being a shitter. Like maybe I'm just a shitter and that's why I don't like it, but when I'm getting like a beat map wrong, it's not that I'm like, oh, this beat map sucks, it's too much, I don't like it. No, I'll keep trying if it's like something that I like and it's just really fast and I need to get one part. But then there are some where it's like, it wants you to memorize where the notes were and then play them in time. I don't really like that. I just like touching and doing swipes and doing slides and things like that as they show up on the screen. I'm not really into like fucking high IQ level mechanics.
Sumerin,
I
Skystar,
stopped
and
playing
Hollow
rhythm
Wings,
games
the
because of
community
that.
worked hard to push the limitations of what Osu could be.
A lot of people's standards are sort of formed when they just start playing the game. So as more new people come in, they're exposed to crazier and crazier mapping ideas, and those crazier and crazier mapping ideas become the norm as the old people sort of retire. For me, someone who's been mapping for like 8 years, I have to intentionally consider, okay, this is outside of my comfort zone in terms of what I consider acceptable. But so many people can.
Oh my god. There's another one. This is the thing that motivated me to finally uninstall that game. There was a beat map, and I played it, and the beats per minute, like the speed at which the notes were showing up on the screen, just randomly changed in the middle of it. And I was like, no, you've never done this to me before. You piece of shit. And I gave up immediately. Immediately gave up.
Consider it acceptable nowadays that I just need to change my
Triggered me.
standards.
It triggered
because of
me.
that.
An issue quickly became
It
apparent
got
as the
very
game grew in
slow.
popularity.
Okay, fuck, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. But I usually, when I'm playing a rhythm game, I'll have the notes go up way faster than, like, the normal speed. So, like, if the normal speed is 5, I'll turn that shit up to a 9, because in my head, I do fucking muscle memory. So if I see it, I want to see it and have my fingers react to it before I have time to overthink it. And so that's how I do it. But it forcibly slowed everything down in the middle of the beat map, and I fucking hated it.
Because when players are able to upload any song they want to, legal troubles are sure to follow.
The game was sort of founded like the same as any other rhythm game simulator, where the point of it is to let anyone create a level for any song. As much as people don't want to admit it, that's sort of how rhythm game simulators work, like Clone Hero and anything else.
So
A
you
solution
guys
was
gonna make
created
an
to
isekai
provide
beat
beat
map?
mappers with pre-approved songs through the Featured Artist program. The program allowed artists to work with Osu to make some of their songs available for use as beat maps. In an effort to encourage beat mappers to create beat maps with these songs, officially hosted
They already
Osu beat
did?
mapping contests
Fuck, I
were
have to
held.
play Osu.
Along with that,
It's
the
over.
Mappers Guild was also created, which would reward beat mappers for using the featured artist songs.
The goal was eventually to make it so people would want to map these featured artist songs more, and so I changed the structure of the Mappers Guild.
My scam is complete. My scam is complete. I will simply hire someone to make a ridiculously try-hard map out of my fucking song, and then you'll have like the Osu Andy streaming it because it's the hardest beat map ever. Oh, the scam is complete. The advertising, it's popping off.
Guild to be more of like an MMO sort of thing, where people would earn rewards for mapping licensed music, basically. And through that, it completely changed how featured artist stuff was considered by the public.
You
'Cause
said that
after this
before?
Mapper
Shit. There's nothing new under the sun. Every Lucy Pyre stream is the same fucking stream.
Guild thing went more public, it encouraged a lot more people to start mapping licensed music stuff.
As Osu continued to grow, players began getting more and more competitive as they competed to reach the top of the scoreboards and increase their performance points. As a result, some players quickly rose to the top and became more widely known. Out of
I don't like it when people are competitive in rhythm games because I also want to be the very best like no one ever was, but I'm usually good but never better than like the best fucking players, so you like to demonstrate your best sides, don't you? Doesn't everyone trace fire?
all of them, the one that stood out most was Cookie Z, who many still
Cookie
consider
Z!
to be the GOAT of Osu.
Cookie Z is widely considered to be like the greatest and most accomplished Osu player of all time. Basically from the years 2010
Higher
to
than Mount
like 2018,
Everest.
he was just
That's his
undefeated
skill.
in everything. Nobody could match his skill
Holy.
level. Nobody could do anything
Not anymore, he washed as fuck. Matthew, let's see you do it.
when it came to him. He
Okay, let's see Paul Allen's fucking card.
beat records that nobody thought would be broken. He pushed the limits of play. He would play stuff that people thought, oh no, not even, a robot could do that. And then he just does it. It's crazy, the things that he's done.
S. Brady, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Crimson Empire. Blah blah. Until
While Cookie Z
Nero
dominated the
Sauna.
early days of
She
Osu,
doesn't
health
count.
issues with his eyes forced him to step away from the game. To do so, he wanted to make sure he couldn't return and asked the Osu staff to delete his account, a request that was denied. As a result, Cookie Z took matters into his own hands.
He decided, well, if they won't do it, I will do it. And he downloaded cheats and then cheated on purpose to get banned. There's even quite a few players who were inspired by what he did, and they're like, you know what, I've wanted to quit for the longest time, let me do it. Or even,
Oh my
people well down the
God.
line who not even necessarily being inspired by it, but were just like, oh yeah, I want to quit, so let me just cheat so I can get banned. And he just sort of started like a trend in a sense.
With Cookie Z banned and gone from the scene, many other top players tried to claim the title of best player in Osu, whether by climbing through the rankings or by competing in the tournament scene that was quickly developing. Another OG legend to add to the list of greats is Wub Woof.
No, but real. I think it's crazy that a company can deny you, just say, nope, can't delete your account, not gonna do it. Fucking delete it. It's not your choice. It's not your choice. Yeah, I might be off my meds, but who cares? It's my consequence to bear. I finally caught a live stream after being gifted a sub to Lucy. Am I in a cult now? How to explain to my family that I'm married to an online anime girl? Like this. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm tired of real-life women because they're stinky and mean to me, and sometimes Lucy Pyre is nice to me, so I've decided to get married to her, and if you read her chat rules, it says that I am married to her. So yeah, I hope that's, okay.
Wolf,
Just
a player
like
who
that.
solidified his top spot on the leaderboards for more than a decade. Although they were quickly able to adapt to the ever-changing styles of beat maps, Wub Woof Wolf is known to be the best old beat map player out today.
He's been playing the game since the year 2008.
Hassan, thank you for the gift
He
sub.
just keeps coming. He keeps playing. He's still
He
one
keeps
of the best
playing, he
players in the
keeps
world,
playing.
even to this day. He's just so consistent about it. Older maps tend to be a lot more awkward because the people who were making the maps didn't quite know what worked yet. It was before there was a lot of theory.
Does that feel good to play? Like, Osu? One of my favorite things about beat maps is the movement of the fingers, and this seems more like movement of hands overall.
around mapping. So the maps turned out very awkward, stilted, and not a lot of people, find them comfortable at all.
The way you need a stylish touchpad to play seems like you need it to be the best. Yeah, liver malfunction, welcome.
But Wobblefulf, he that was the time period where he started playing. So he just keeps playing those maps over and over again, and he has scores that just blow everybody out of the water on those maps. He loves them.
They would find success early on in their Osu career, even winning their first ever online tournament only a year after they started playing at Osu's tag team multiplayer tournament hosted in 2000.
Are Osu tournaments just the same fucking people dunking on each other over and over again?
2009. Since then, Wolf would stay true to their dominance by staying within the top 50 ranked Osu players for 10 whole years.
Congrats, Lucy, you just explained esports. Sorry. I fucking hate the fucking face cam. I can't. Bro is locked the fucking... Bro is... Just get rid of the face cam! Get rid of that face cam, dude! There's no point to having that. We can't see? Okay. I'm sorry, chatty. I forgot. I'm giant. Do you see it now? Do you see the locked in bro? You're welcome. He's locked in as fuck. Cover it back up! Nope, you asked! You wanted to see it, now you can!
Osu tournaments come in...
Hope you enjoyed that. I will now go back into the corner. Where I belong.
Many forms, but in general, all tournaments revolve around getting a better score than your opponent. With tons of modding potential, there's a lot of strategizing involved that affects the results of a match. This is especially true in a team format, where teams are able to sub players in and out depending on what type of beat map they're playing.
Usually, tournaments...
Oh my god, that's so cute! Having like a rhythm game team. Aw, Detox, thank you for continuing the sub, I appreciate it.
Test skill sets, so you would make sure that you have every skill set covered, or like to the best of your abilities. For example, a speed pick, you would have your speed players go in for that map. And there's also a chance where someone can play like every map, they're that good, so they could just stay in the lobby the whole match.
While all tournaments are community organized, the tournaments that have become the biggest and most prestigious is the Osu World Cup. The World Cup is an annual, country-based 4 versus 4 team tournament. During each match, teams compete against each
Which country has the strongest Osu players? And then we will know which country has the strongest concentration of autistic people.
other on a beat map chosen from a pool of pre-selected songs, and the team that
America,
has the most points at the end of the song wins the game. The first World Cup took place in 2011 from February 22nd to April 11th, with 28 countries taking part. When all was said and done, Taiwan took home the first World Cup. Over the next few years, Asian countries continued dominating the first few World Cups, with Korea winning 3 straight titles and Japan winning 1 afterwards. But pretty soon, there was a shift as the game became more popular in the West.
Like 2015, it used to be lots of Asian countries, things like that, because that's where the game was super popular. And then it sort of exploded in the West, the United States, Europe.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
The United States has been an undisputed powerhouse since then, except 2017, when Poland just randomly won. The US had like a super team lined up, and then Poland just won with Wobblefulf.
Though the entire team of Poland showed up big time, Wolf went all out on the last map. On a beat map that was only full cleared 4 times in its entire existence, Wolf was able to full clear it on Osu's biggest stage.
Nah, how the fuck do you get dunked on by Poland?
Koniec drugiego miejsca! W końcu jest...
I don't understand a damn thing he's saying.
My hands are trembling. Not even... Oh, JR. Oh, Poland finally got something.
As the champions of half of the World Cups that have been played so far, the United States has become the undisputed best country for Osu. While the country is filled with a lot of amazing players, the best in the country is Vaxei, who many even consider the best player in the world.
Damn. What the fuck? What am I fucking looking at? This song sucks too.
Vaxei has not lost a tournament since 2018. And it's not like he's like picking like, oh, this is the easy tournament. He picks like the hardest tournaments in the game. You can see he has World Cups in here. He has like, the perennial was a $10,000 tournament. You know, so was Drench program and this and that. He has not lost a tournament since 2018. And he has been playing like the hardest tournaments.
Although Vaxei is considered to be the best player in the world, he is also taking a break as he decided to sit out the recent World Cup.
It's over. It's over. Dude, what is with Osu? It feels like these players burn out like crazy.
in 2021. Despite the US losing half of its previous team, they still ended up dominating and taking home the world title.
Get
And
dominated,
the United
Mal.
States takes first place. That's kind of just the OWC script, but they've earned it and they deserved it back to back to back to back 4 years in a row. 6 out of the last 7. Just an unprecedented period of dominance in OSU standard for the USA.
What is with that? Oh, it's just, well, that's just what we expected. Yeah, well, that's because the players worked really hard to get where they are. You know? Why say it like it's a bad thing?
Overall, while tournaments like the OSU World Cup are an amazing showcase for some of the best players in the world, the tournament doesn't fully match the prestige. While the competitive scene has a lot of room to grow,
I command 10,000 tariffs on the OSU headquarters.
considering how big OSU has grown since its release, OSU has mostly officially supported its competitive scene through profile badges for players who perform well at tournaments and the OSU supporter perks.
I think one of the biggest roadblocks is the lack of support that the creator of OSU gives. His focus.
Damn, bro, how does your fucking game make you so much money and then you're just like, well, guess I'll go jerk off to some anime women right now, but he does that 24/7. Don't say base, don't say base. That's all he does.
Focus was never to like make this an esport thing or like, you know, grow it to be something ginormous or something like that. Like
You can't
that's
tell
definitely one of the
people not to say
roadblocks
base.
that
They'll
his
just say
support
base.
for like
It's
this
over.
type of thing. It's
I
not
forgot
his
how the
biggest
internet
interest, I
works.
guess.
15 years after its initial release, OSU shows no signs of slowing down, with over 15 million unique registered users. While
Okay,
the
fine, I'll try OSU. I think I'm gonna hate it though.
game has had its share of controversies, it has come a long way since its humble beginnings. If things change in the future and OSU receives more support from the rest of the community, the game will be able to grow even more. Maybe soon, we'll see
Even
esports
more?
organizations sponsoring their own rhythm teams and a legitimate esports circuit for one of the most popular
VTuber OSU World Cup, let's go.
games in the world.
Neuro is not allowed to compete.
What are your thoughts on OSU? Is there any merit to the competitive
Me when I announce the OSU World Cup and like 5 million people are excited and then I say Neuro will not be allowed and then it drops to like 2 people interested?
scene? Or should it just stay a score attack game where players try and beat harder and harder beat maps? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
See you next time.
Let us know your thoughts. I think I could become an OSU artist if I tried really hard. Will I try really hard? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We'll fucking see. The beauty of handheld consoles. I have no clue. This is in Reddit. Alright? All the shit we watched so far, you shoved that shit in Reddit, and I fucking watched it. I'll tell you right now. I think every console should be handheld. I think they all need a handheld version. I don't care. Oh, that'll hold it back. Because then the graphics will be worse. I really don't care. I just like having handheld things. I don't like being stuck on a fucking monitor on a TV. I want to lazy max my life. Just put a handle on it. Put a handle on your TV. Put a handle on your fucking wall socket outlet cord plug-in. Do you fucking hear yourself?
My 2 older brothers, I of course got all the hand-me-downs. Everything from clothes and toys, and of course,
Me too.
video games and video game consoles. When they moved to the PS3 and Xbox 360, I got the PS2.
What are you on right now, Lucy? 500 grams of cocaine.
And the Xbox. Even when I got the original Game Boy Advance, it was because my mom had found it at her job. So again, technically
What?
a hand-me-down, but this...
Holy fucking big find, big savings, holy base. If I'm not mom, I'm like, holy shit. I can't believe it. Also, I would lie. Like, if I'm a broke mom and I can't afford the fucking thing, I'm telling the kid that I bought it, by the way. I'm not like, oh, I found this on the side of the road. Yeah, ignore the weird cum stain on it. I'm gonna wipe, hold on, let me wipe that off for you. No, I'm lying. I got this for you. It took so much money. It just took so much money, you know? You better be grateful.
Theft. But the first time I ever got my very own console was in 2004 with the release of the Nintendo DS. So of course, I got the Game Boy Advance SP.
I reuse my condoms from ones I find on the road. Can you guys not think before you type so that I don't have to read whatever weird unhinged shit just came up in your head when I said something?
because that was only $70. And I
You
always
realize
loved that
you're
because these
subjecting a
handheld
real
consoles were a lot
person to
cheaper
that,
to make than
right?
a whole big ass console.
People,
They came
'cause
in
I
such a
might read
wide
it out
variety
loud.
of colors. I, of course, got this slick black
Oh my god, that green one is beautiful! That green Game Boy's beautiful!
And for all you wondering, this actually isn't the very first Game Boy I
Clearly
had. I actually had to
welcome.
buy this because when I was younger, my original was actually destroyed by my friend's little sister.
No!
Yeah, it was just like filled with water.
No!
Yeah. no, it's fine. It's fine.
Did you kill her? She's dead now, right?
I'm completely over it. Yeah. It's not like it was special to me or anything. It's not like it was my, I don't know, my only console. It's not like I've been holding a grudge for over 10 years. Of
I'm sorry. I would never recover. I would hate women forever.
course not. No, it's totally fine. It's not like my feelings mattered or anything like that. Or maybe that they should have been taken
So
into
sad.
consideration or something. Like, I don't know, maybe we should just like stop having kids or something. Like, wouldn't that be so crazy? Wouldn't it? But putting my hatred towards children aside, I couldn't have been happier. It was my very first personal console, all just to me. I stayed up so many nights in my bed just playing some of the best games I'd ever played because the Game Boy's game catalog is like, holy shit. There's just hundreds of
I need to play Castlevania.
hours of great gaming that can happen on this tiny screen because if you remember, this thing could play all the Game Boy games from the OG Game Boy all the way to this one. That's a lot of
Good
great
shit!
games, but don't just take my word for it. Take it from someone who's a lot more professional, a lot more credible, and dare I say, I think kind of cute.
Hi, Doration. Hi, Doration.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, also hates children here. Let's just go ahead and list off a bunch of great gaming fun you can have on the GBA. The Legacy of Goku series? Oh my
Damn.
god! Except for that very first one. That one was kind of
Oh,
booty.
that sucked?
Not the booty that I'm currently showing you on screen, but like real booty.
That's a
I can't show you that
peach.
on screen because who knows? Maybe your video that got over 40,000 views just might get removed for showing said.
You'll never understand my pain. You'll never understand my pain. They took down my parasocial maxing Valentine's handcam stream over a dick joke that my chat made. You will never understand my pain. This guy, have you seen that picture of the person who's like crying and they're like, oh, this thing happened to me? And then the other guy's like, haha, yeah, sorry, but he's got like 1,000 knives in his back. No, yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm the guy with 1,000,000 knives in my back.
Booty. Wouldn't that be crazy? I'm still upset. But Legacy of Goku 2 and Boo's Fury were like actually amazing action RPG games. You can play through it with multiple characters, and on top of that, the story was super accurate to the actual show. Even the dialogue was very precise. And on top of all that, these games had
pixel
some
graphics are
banger
so
fucking
cute.
OSTs. Some of them were even direct remixes to the Bruce Faulkner music, like the Cell theme. God, I love these games. Again, except for that first one. God, that game was fucking hard for no fucking reason, I swear. I will beat
Maybe you're just bad, you know? Like, not to act like a Twitch chatter, but maybe you're just bad.
the Souls games again on a no-hit run, arms broken on some Wi-Fi shoes before I ever get anywhere
Wi-Fi
near
shoes?
those
That
level
can't
1
be
wolf
real.
mobs. Those things, man. You can't talk handheld consoles without talking about the amazing Pokemon series here. This one specifically had all the games going from Gen 1 through 3, and you got some of my favorites like Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and of course Pokemon Emerald. Long car rides to things I definitely didn't want to do were no longer a problem because of this. I got so good at games like Link's Awakening and the most underrated Zelda, Minish Cap, to the point where I could beat the whole game on these long car rides because I played them so often. I was obsessed with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. The soundtrack,
Damn, I never got to play those.
the dungeons, the storytelling. I must have had over like 500 hours on these games, 100 of which was just me leaving it on as I bawled in tears because of the ending. Still hoping I get isekai into the Pokemon
Is it a
world
good
one of these
game?
days. The Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is one of the best Mario games ever, and it lives here on the GBA. You had great Castlevania games.
I have never played a single Mario game in my life. Should I change that?
You had great Kirby games. You had the very underrated Advance Wars games, Metroid games,
I was a
Wario
pure
games,
Pokemon
Drill
Harvest
Dozer,
Moon
Mega Man
Master on
Zero,
Game Boy.
the Mother series, Golden Sun. God, I loved this game. The OST full of bangers.
Are you
The art
serious?
style,
Absolutely.
mwah,
Serious
beautiful.
as a fucking
And the
heart attack,
gameplay,
bro.
Still good to this day. Please, if you've never played Golden Sun,
You played Harvest Moon, I knew I loved you. I talk about it frequently. I love Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, and Rune Factory, bro. Anytime they announce a new game, I get excited, and then I get disappointed because it's shit, but like...
play Golden Sun.
It used to
And
be
of course,
good,
you had
okay?
Final Fantasy and a bunch of other great ports. I have
Final
so many vivid
Fantasy?
memories of
Bill! Fix your MMO! Boo!
staying up way too late on school nights because I'm epic, dude. Just playing my Game Boy, only to then for my mom to walk in ready to eviscerate me with her Dragon of the Darkness flame technique, in which I then had to counter by closing my pretending to sleep until the coast was clear, and then opening it back up and trying to finish that goddamn Dino Egg mission in Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2.
That's the tech. That's the tech.
That mission, dude.
That's the tech.
But even more than a great game catalog, I think the GBA really showed me what makes Nintendo stand out in the video game market. You see, Nintendo at the time wasn't really known for its
Why does this Keanu Reeves look like an AI? His eyes look fake. Am I insane?
Lifelike, every last hair follicle on a polygon's whole graphics. Compared to the other consoles, they were considered underpowered. And yet they still stayed around for all
That's just how he looks these days?
these years. And while yes, part of that is because they have games that no other consoles can have, no other console can have a Zelda, no other console can have a Mario, but I also think it's part of how they design their consoles, what their consoles can offer that other consoles can't. Let me ask you.
This is gonna be controversial. It's controversial because Nintendo as a company is evil and they suck. And they're greedy. But they do have the best consoles. They do. Not because it's the best specs, not because it can run things well, not because it's not got shitty fucking, what's the word, performance, but just making it handheld alone. It's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. It is. It is. Hydration, thank you. Dude, I'm almost out of fucking water, okay? The next hydration is the last one. Lucy, just get up to go get more. No.
Nowadays, why do you buy one console over another? Maybe you pay a guy $900 to finally get a PS5 so you can play all the exclusive games like Demon's Souls. Yeah, maybe you pay $400 for the Xbox Series S Delta Plus Premium Membership Package so that you can look at a black screen all day because Xbox don't got games.
Wait. Have we moved past PS5 doesn't have games and now we're on Xbox ain't got no games?
Games. I'm kidding. You pay $400 for that Game Pass so you can play those games that you played 10 years ago. Again, jokes aside, as time has went on, it feels like consoles have just become less powerful PCs that you only buy because they have one exclusive that the other doesn't. After a while,
they're never beating the allegations that Nintendo is better.
Exclusives just kind of became the whole reason to buy a console. Nothing that the console itself can offer outside of that. But that wasn't the case with Nintendo. Now, if I'm starting to sound like I got a big veiny Nintendong in my mouth, that's because I do. Haha! Yeah. Penis. Nintendo, because they can't rely on having the best possible hardware, had to fight back with what some people would call gimmicks, but what I would call console identity.
Console identity.
Penis. And while yes, me saying console identity makes me sound like a pretentious Joseph Campbell's hero's journey quoting mouth breather,
I really appreciate the green screen where he's standing up. More YouTubers need to do this. Just stand up for your fucking video.
Just hear it out, okay? Console identity could be features or just things in general that one console can do.
Wait, how the fuck is he green screening? His pants are green. They should be like see-through. What?
That the others can't, outside of just game exclusives. The Wii?
I'm so
the Wii
confused.
has identity.
What is the
Sure,
tech
you've
here?
got it to play some games, but you also got it for what it can offer outside of those
First of all,
games.
how did that fucking happen? Second of all, that is like dark khaki green. I'm not insane.
Mii's and all the other channels that you can go on, the fact that everything was motion controlled.
His shirt is blue!
So that anybody could play. Because of this battery-packed dildo, now even your grandpa can beat you in a game of tennis. You can furiously wave your arms around and knock out your entire family as Mii's, or get your shit absolutely rocked by. And that's why I think these handheld consoles, point of the video, held so much value to me and still hold up to this day. Gaming on the go. Power in my pocket. Anywhere I wanted to play this thing could be my oasis of comfort. The toilet is a sacred place for me. It's where I get my best ideas. It's where I find safety and comfort and...
Stop it. Stop it. Whenever I play a video game on the toilet, that's how I know I'm in deep, like I'm obsessed. Arian, welcome. I'm actually obsessed because I'll never do this shit. I will just pause. I'll pause it and I'll fucking put it down and I'll go like take my... If I'm bringing it to the bathroom, I'm in like a hyperfixation mode and I need help. I need fucking reinforcements. Capriel, thank you for the 16 months. I appreciate it. Blah blah pee pee poo poo.
Man spreading. Now that I have this, what normally would have been a 3 to 5 minute clenching of cheeks has now become an hour-long sweating deathmatch against that goddamn worm boss in Link to the Past that I just can't
Flush,
beat.
bro, flush!
Oh, God damn. The Game Boy legit made me feel like I had the power of God in my hand. And thank the Nintendo gods almighty for giving this thing a light, because
Just looking at the Game Boy makes me happy. I don't know what it is.
holy sh! You remember those older Game Boys when they didn't have this sh? You had to buy a whole third-party, like, light thing just to see your Game Boy in the dark. And this one also was rechargeable, so you didn't need to look like a f***ing Neanderthal buying batteries for your
Neanderthal.
Game Boy. To me,
I like
this is
that
the
word.
ultimate Game Boy experience, and I think as a console,
This ending credit scene is so nostalgic and dear to me. Shake, welcome.
this still holds up today.
This is the last hydration. Mods, kill it! I had to fucking tilt that one all the way back into the stratosphere to get that last sip out. Hi, Chasia! Hi, Chasia! Ohayo gozaimasu! I saw that you were drawing some ugly whore today. Did it go well? Is your new tablet pen okay? I hope it didn't break again. I hope you finished drawing the whore. Welcome in, everyone. We were just reacting to a video about the beauty of handheld consoles.
I mean, can I just mention the fact that the DS is still like the second best-selling console of all time?
She's a hater. Numi? Wait, is this drama? Wait, is there beef? Numi, you got some beef with Chasia? Hold on, I need someone to explain this to me.
That alone says a lot about the beauty of handheld consoles. And once again, another handheld console with just an amazing game catalog. This thing gives you generations 4 and 5 of Pokemon, aka the best ones, Bowser's Inside Story, more Advance Wars, more Fire Emblem, more Castlevania, Mario Kart DS, Animal Crossing, Dragon Quest, more.
Nah. She gave me the wrong idea on purpose. Okay, Chasia? Numi said that because she knew I'd get confused. That's on her. She's being toxic. I can feel it. She's messing with me because I'm autistic and I can't tell. I meant she's a hater for hating on Lucy Pyre. You are starting drama! Oh, wait, you mean me? Lucy hating on Lucy. Oh. Yeah. I am the #1 Lucy Pyre auntie on the planet.
Final Fantasy, Shin Megami.
Literal woman moment? Oh, okay. Yeah. It was a woman moment. But it was a woman moment on both sides. That was a Numi woman moment, and that was a Lucy woman moment, and that was a Chasia woman moment. Everyone had a woman moment, and we all did it at the same time, which fucked everything up.
Tensei, Etrian Odyssey, Hotel Dusk, Phoenix Wright, Professor Layton. I could go all day, people. And while I'll admit, the 3DS wasn't as iconic or as great as the DS.
Shut the fuck up. The 3DS is peak.
It still gave you a bunch of great ass games.
Peak.
Just thousands of hours of great fun gaming. Especially if you're a JRPG loving weeaboo like myself. Oh my god, this thing was JRPG heaven. But again, it's more than just the amazing game catalog. Maybe I can go on.
Is that not entertaining to you?
PictoChat if I'm feeling like seeing some crudely drawn penises. Or if you're
the
my
3D
friend
part
Chris,
wasn't good though. That's
maybe
fair.
Because of the DS, you saw your very first low quality pic of a corner of a boob. If it's not too much to ask, please do me a favor. Go down in the comments right now and drop a shout out to
You played your first Ultimate game on the DS? That's so cute! I played my first Ultimate game on the PSP. But before that, I was playing illegally acquired Yaoi visual novels with English patch updates made by fans of the fucking visual novel on my computer.
Chris. I also really appreciated how the DS had games that utilized the DS hardware, games that only worked because they're on the DS. I remember being stuck on this Zelda Phantom Hourglass puzzle where you had to copy a map from the top screen to the bottom one. I was sweating, losing my mind, pulling out every last individual ass hair, trying to figure out this Giga Brain 10-head puzzle.
I never hear
but then
about
I
this
realized I closed the DS. And when I opened it, the map was copied.
Wow.
Please tell me someone here has played The World Ends With You. It's this urban cityscape action RPG with like this huge youth culture.
I've never seen it before.
Fashion look, and it has
But it looks like either Kingdom Hearts was inspired by this or Kingdom Hearts inspired it. I don't know which way it went, but the art styles are too similar for me to not make that comparison.
Anime art style. I am wet. Also, the characters were designed by my boy Tetsuya Nomura, so you know they got the drip.
Oh, that explains
But the coolest thing about this game, full of cool ass things, was the fact that the combat, you actually needed to play on both screens, which yes, did make things a bit more complicated and difficult, but regardless, it just added so much personality and identity to this console and to this game. You can only play this game on here because it was made for the console because it had 2 screens. Which, I don't know, to me, it's fucking cool. I think it's really fucking cool. Don't you? No, yeah, it's fucking cool. Are you kidding? You know how many games on this thing made me look like a fucking Nimrod because I had to fucking shout into—
That's like for an ADHD maxer, having 2 screens at once. Bro, they invented TikTok for you before TikTok, so now you can have your second monitor content while you're scrolling TikToks and you're doing work on a Google Doc on the main monitor.
The mic to do something
it was in
on
a
the game. But it was things like that that I loved so much about these
insane.
handheld consoles. It's what gave them their console identity. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a PSP on me. I'm just not cool enough. No, but I swear, there was always the fucking cool kids who had the PSP. I know for a fact that when Nintendo saw that this thing was coming out alongside the DS, oh, I knew they were shitting bricks. But it didn't. The DS sold better. Don't get me wrong, the PSP sold great,
Many such
but
cases.
so did the DS. I'm mentioning this because there's always been this weird thing where when another company makes a handheld console, now it's gonna kill the DS or it's gonna kill the Switch. But it never does. It didn't happen here with the PSP, and it's not gonna happen with the Steam Deck. There can be more—
I love that. What does that say? Your what are no longer required. What the fuck does that say? He's blocking it. What the hell does that say? Your services? Your services are no longer required. Sony, John, you.
With the Steam Deck. There can be more than one iconic, great handheld console at a time. 2 legends can coexist, people. There's enough losers on this world who want to play games on their shooters, okay? And I totally get why people thought the PSP was gonna kill the DS. By pretty much all means, it should.
They fucked it up. One of the main games that I got the PSP for was Persona 3 Portable, where they added a fucking female main character, which was awesome for me because I played the original with the guy main character and I was really excited to see what a Persona game would play like with a female main character. Guess what? They practically turned it into a visual novel. No more moving around, no more moving the fucking character around, no more of that shit. Literally just fucking still images. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why?
You can play console-level graphics games
Soiled
on a
it.
tiny screen. You got internet, YouTube, music, movies. This was 2004. It was ahead of its time. But I also think that's why it wasn't as iconic as the DS and why it didn't kill the DS. Though it was ahead of its time, what it was trying to do, because of the time it was trying to do it,
What are you talking
it just
about?
couldn't do
What?
it.
What is he saying?
Speech 100. Let me say that in a less monkey way. The Switch is great because you can play console games on the TV and on handheld,
Right.
and they're around the same level.
Right.
But here on the PSP, because it was such an early time, and the whole point of the PSP was to put these console games on a smaller screen, it made it so most of the game catalog was just the console game, but a less watered down tiny screen version of it. The PSP didn't have a lot of games like The World Ends With You, a game that was solely created for the DS. Sure, you had GTA just like the console, but it was a tiny screen watered down version of GTA, which personally just made me want to go play the
Oh my god, they put... Yeah, it does look like shit.
console
Yeah.
version because it's the exact same thing, but just better. I think the PSP needed more games that were solely for the PSP and not just lesser versions of console games. It's stuff like this that I think shows the importance of what makes a great console game versus what makes a great handheld.
Damn, I always think the PS3 is like more advanced than it actually is. I'm like Delulu.
Which makes so much sense now that the Nintendo Switch is the one of the best consoles ever. I'm sorry. This is Nintendo's ultimate form. It merges their two worlds, their console gaming market and their handheld gaming market. And when comparing this to the Xbox One or the PS4, it gives you something that those two can't. It can be played on handheld. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that not everyone that owns a handheld console actually goes everywhere with their handheld consoles. No matter how much Nintendo pushes this idea of you and a cool, young group of cool, young 20-somethings going to a cool, hot...
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Some of my best memories involve me being at home with my siblings and us not even interacting with each other, just sitting next to each other, and I would have my 3DS and bro would have his PSP. And just autism nonverbal. It was bonding, you know? It was sibling bonding. What is he talking about?
Young 20-something rooftop secluded party and bringing your cool, hot, young... Most of us are probably not gonna do that. You all remember that ad where like a guy brings a Switch to like a basketball game, and instead of like playing actual basketball, all the people start playing basketball on the Switch. But it's the fact that you can't. That's the beauty of handheld consoles. Where you play is your choice, whether that be in a car on a long trip or
it's not even about leaving the fucking place, dude. It's about being able to be in bed and lay down and curl up with it and fucking bed rot with your Switch. It's about not having to worry when you just want to take it somewhere else. If you want to take a shit with your Switch, you can.
While releasing the 5th chalupa from
Choices.
Taco Bell that
It's
you
so
definitely
America
shouldn't
pill.
have eaten. Yikes. Or in my favorite way, on my bed, propping up a nice castle of pillows so I can be as comfortable as that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon
you
art
get it.
style.
Now you
Just
get it.
losing hours of my life living in these huge, colorful worlds on these tiny screens. Wherever, whenever you choose.
It's just like a phone.
I'm Internet Pitstop. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I can't talk about every great game on these handheld consoles because
Yeah, I'm gonna have to downvote. Yeah, I mean, the video was okay, but he didn't mention my particular favorite game, so honestly, the video kind of, like, definitely leave a dislike on that one. 100%. Trivia Stray Cats. What the fuck is this? 15 minutes, bro? What is this?
それでは早速トリビアの種を紹介しましょう。タモルさん、高橋さん、八島さん、こんばんは。
Wait, do I need to read this? Oh god, okay. Zamber, welcome. This TV program was released in Japan from 2002 to 2012. The title was The Spring of Trivia. This program researched the fact that trivia posted by viewers and shared them.
サザエさんを見ている
Although
んです
trivia were
が
the least helpful for our
サザエ
lives,
さ
this
んが
program
始ま
became
る
very
時の歌で
popular.
お
Because
魚
once we
に
knew
加
them,
え
we
た
couldn't
ドラ
help
猫
telling them to
追
somebody
い
else
かけて
despite their
ってあるじゃないです
uselessness.
か。あのドラ
This
猫が
program also
加えて
collected
いるお
viewers'
魚っ
silly
て
questions whose
何なん
answer
です
would
かね
also be new trivia.
サザエ
The
さん
program
が追い
invested
か
those
ける
questions,
魚ということ
investigated those
は
questions to seriously
よ
and
っ
answered
ぽ
for
ど
given.
の魚だと思う
One
ので
of
す
those
が
questions.
これってト
Holy
リビア
fuck.
の種になりませんか。よろしくお願いします。
What is the maximum weight of fish
こ
that a
のトリ
stray
ビアの
cat
種
can carry?
つま
Oh
り
my
こういうこと
god.
になります。サザエさんが追いかけているお
Oh my god. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't read all this shit. Chatty, I have to go. I have to pull out my secret forbidden technique. Read the subtitles. Read the fucking subtitles.
魚加えたドラ猫は
I don't have this sped up, do I? No, I don't.
最大キロのまで加
Here's
えること
your
ができる。
English fucking
まあ普通はサンマなんだ
reading
けど
speed
ね
test.
でもサンマだったらもうで済む
I'm gonna move the banner! Shut up! Shut up! I'm moving it! Fuck!
ところよっぽどだと思うんですよ。
1キロ上げるかな。
1キロってでも結構な重さですからね。はい。
1キロぐらいいけるんじゃないか。
なるほど。それでは見ていただきましょう。
I feel like they can carry heavier than that by a lot.
サザエさんのオープニングの歌詞を見ると「お魚くわえたドラ猫追っかけて」とあるが、サザエさんが追いかけているお魚くわえたドラ猫は最大何キロの魚までくわえることができるのか実際に調べてみた。まずどうやって調べればよいのか、猫の生態に詳しい先生方に集まっていただき話し合っていただく。
サザエさんのテーマ曲聴いてますね。
おさなかくわえたドラ猫追いかけて That's a banger.
これじゃ何もわからないですよね。一般的な食卓の上に乗ってる魚でね、で加えて逃げることのできる魚だけですね。草むらの動物ですからね。
Okay.
猫としては動きやすいだろうね。
形もありませんかね。
場所などは。
What? Don't know. The best shape of the fish doesn't matter. We just want to know in a natural environment. What is the maximum weight of fish that a stray cat can carry? So it just needs to be the same shape as the other fish.
そして討議した結果
Just generic fish shape, bro!
ドラ猫というのは大変警戒心が強く食料を近くの藪まで持ち帰って食べるんですね。でその習性を利用してですね、ドラ猫が多くいる場所でさまざまな魚を置いて検証するのがやっぱり良いと思います。今回の検証ではですね、磯野家のようなごく一般的な中流家庭の食卓に並ぶであろう魚を使った方がいいでしょう。でさらにお魚を超えたドラ猫という歌詞からですね、切り身ではなく頭と尾っぽのある魚だと思います。
Is this the Japanese autism they keep telling me about? For SP, thank you for the 30 months. I appreciate it.
魚を丸ごと使って検証するのが望ましいと思われます。
A whole fish.
そこで今回はドラ猫が数多く生息している公園で検証を行い、
I wouldn't be able to control myself on the
公園の
Japan
中
Cat
で
Island.
も最も人気が少なく猫の通り道となっている公衆トイレとその裏側にある藪の間に魚を置き、ドラ猫が餌を安全な場所まで持っていく習性を利用することで 最大何キロのどんな魚を加えて運ぶことができるのかを調べる。
I love the 3D model they made
そ
just
して
for this.
魚の重さを徐々に上げていき、どの猫も加えて運ぶことができなければ終了とする。検証1日目。
He's here!
まず最初の魚はイワシ。その重さは 85g。
Oh, that's easy. Easy. This is the easy
そ
clap.
し
Yeah,
て
this
板
one's
の
easy
上に
clap.
乗せたイワシを置き
Light
準備
work, no
完了。
reaction.
さあ始まりました。一体ドラ猫は最大何キロの魚まで加えることができるんでしょうか。解説は
Lucy,
日本
move your
獣医
head,
師会の
please.
宮田
No.
先生です。先生よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
おっと早くも加えたか。いやまだ魚に対して警戒しているようです。
Oh, it's stretching.
恐る
Aww.
恐る様子を伺っています。そして今加えました。軽々と運んでいきます。 85g のイワシを簡単にクリアしました。
Easy.
続いての魚はサンマ。その重さは 135g。
135 grams. Okay.
さあ今度は体格の良い白いドラ猫がやってきました。
Well built.
先ほどと同じく魚の様子を探っていますが
Anyone here also white and well built?
あっという間に加えていった。 135g のサンマも簡単にクリアしました。
続いての魚はマダイ。
そうじゃないか。
その重さは
Oh my god, Jesus. It's fucking fat.
さあ白と茶のドラ猫がマダイに向かってゆっくりと近づきます。 405g のマダイを加えられ
This
る
is
のか。
1 pound?
おっと手をそっと置きましたが先生これは
押さえて周囲を見てますね。
冷たいか温かいかみたいな。
おっと
It's like, is this a
尻尾を
joke?
加えました。そしてあっさりと持っていきます。 405g のマダイもクリア
Oh,
しました。
easy
こんな
clap.
新鮮なものが
検証2日目。
2日目。
魚はアイナメ。
How much?
その重さ
How
は
much?
515g。
How many pound is that?
検証2日目。
I need this in
飢えた
pounds.
ドラ猫たちの巣窟に置かれたアイナメを狙ってまたドラ猫がやってきました。手を使って魚の様子を探っています。おっと何があったのか。あっと一日に軽々とサンマを持っていったあの白い猫が現れました。そして魚の様子を確認しまた簡単に加えました。ごちそうを取られたと裏のそうな猫に一列を取らず悠然と立ち去ります。これぞまさに泥棒猫。
Oh my god! 泥棒猫!
その後魚が徐々に重く
Yeah, in Japan you can say dorobo neko to say like like a thief, but like it's literally a thief cat. Like literally a thief cat.
なるにつれて、さまざまなドラ猫たちが諦めていく中、
They gave up?
610g のヒラメからサバ、そして 910g のカンパチとクリアしていったのはこの3匹のこの3匹が加えられなくなる
Only these 3 cats completed our challenge, and they moved on to the finals round.
まで魚の重さを上げていく。
It's not escaping me that it's specifically the fat fuck cats that are willing to drag these 900-gram fish into a bush to eat it.
続いての魚はスズキ。その重さはついに 1kg を超え 1.2kg。
藪の中から405g のマダイを加えたあの白と茶のドラ猫が現れました。先生、また尻尾狙いでしょうかね。
頭はね危険だし加えにくいんですよ。それで尾っぽから持っていくんですね。
なるほど。おっと加えました。鈴木もクリアです。持って帰れるのかな。
Oh my god, it's so big!
検証3日目。魚は煮付けなどでよく食べられる金目鯛。その重さは 1.4kg。
さあ検証3日目になりました。腹をすかした猫たちが再び獲物に群がります。しかし 1.5 リットルのペットボトルほどの重さがあるその魚の巨体になすべもなくうろうろするばかり。匂いを嗅ぎ、そして様子を伺っています。まさに猫の手も借りたいという状況はこのことでしょうか。持って帰りたいのに持って帰れない。
大丈夫ですかみたいな。
Neko no te mo kariru. Yeah, it's a phrase where I'm so fucking busy, I would even let a cat help me. They say that a lot.
そして周囲がまさに猫の子一匹いない状態になりましたが、出ました鋭い眼光。3日目も現れたこち模様。ヒラメ 610g とサバ 705g を
Fat fuck, fat fuck, fat fuck, fat fuck
持っていったあのブチ。ブチが金目鯛の巨体に今挑もうとしています。頭か腹か。
He's bulking short, that's what they all
尻
say.
尾を噛もうとしています。
Oh?
そして今ゆっくりと持ち上げようとしています。おっと先生、これは何が起こったんでしょうか。
さっきの猫は諦めたんですけどね。
と思ったら動けんだな俺。
今度の猫はね成功しただと思うから慌ててね出てきたんですよ。
なるほど。改めて 1.4kg の金目鯛もクリアしました。
続いての魚はカサゴ。
That's expensive too.
その重さは 1.6kg。
Oh, it's ugly. Hideous.
さあ現れたのはあの白のドラ猫。
白猫
のアイナメを軽々と持ち上げたあの白のドラ猫が 1.5 リットルのペットボトル以上の重さを加えて持ち上げることができるんでしょうか。この白のドラ猫は尻尾ではなく腹を
Oh my god, he has his own tech. He has his own
これは相
strap.
当強い顎の力が必要でしょうね。
なるほど。おっと持ち上げました。難しいとされた。なるほどね。力を見せつけるように悠然と出しています。最後 1.6kg もクリアです。
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's the strongest cat.
続いてアジの中で最高級と言われるシマアジ。
高いぞこれ。
その巨体の重さは 1.8kg。
これあげちゃうのこれ。
この大物をドラ猫は加えることができるのか。
さあ三度その姿を現しました白いドラ猫。またしても腹に襲いかかるのか。しかし重さは 1.8kg にも及びますが持ち上げた。
Oh my god.
ものともしません。後ろ姿にも貫禄が。シマアジ 1.8kg。
He's like, fuck it. I've got kids and a wife to feed. It doesn't matter to me.
もうクリアです。すごいこの人。
I got mouths to feed. You know he has like 500 kittens out there that he has to provide for. Now that's a man.
続いてカツオ。その重量はついに 2kg を超える。
2kg。
さあとうとう 2kg の大台に突入しました。その重さはペットボトル2リットルを想像していただければ 猫にとっていかに重たいかはお分かりいただけると思います。俺も持ち去りたい。しかし2キロの重さを前になすすべがないドラ猫たちですが、出ました。
It needs to be at least 2 kilograms, Chatty, in order to intimidate a cat. I bet this also goes for cat girls. So, Chatty, how much does it weigh?
これはあの白と茶のドラ猫。910g のカンパチ、そして 1.2 キロのスズキを加えたあの白と茶です。
He has a history.
その瞳に映るのは
He's a heavyweight.
2キロのカツオのみ。さあ、この白と茶の猫は尻尾を狙うのがセオリーでしたが、
やっぱり尻尾からいきますね。
また尻尾を加え、そして持ち上げました。2キロの巨体を引きずりながらもしっかりと加えて後去り。そしてこの自信に満ちた表情です。赤い魚への執念、2キロのカツオクリアです。すごいね。
続いて本マグロの子供メジマグロ。その重さはカツオより重い 2.1 キロ。
俺が食べたいよ。
さあ、現れたのは 1.4 キロの金メダルを加えて持ち去った内模様のドラ猫。再び尻尾を加えて持ち去ろうとしていますが、 2.1 キロの巨体になかなか持ち上がりません。おっと、これは先生食べ始めてませんか？
この重さだとね、やっぱりもう諦めて食べちゃいますよ。
内模様はここまでです。
内模様のドラ猫はマグロを加えられなかった。残る2匹に期待がかかる。
さあ、カツオを加えて持ち去った白と茶のドラ猫に期待がかかりますが、おっとスルーしました。先生、これは
経験豊富な猫ですね。もう見ただけで諦めましたね。
Slut cat is experienced and knows that 2.1 kilograms is too much for him.
白と茶の猫も加えられなかった。残るは白いドラ猫のみ。島味を持ち上げた白いドラ猫は 2.1 キロのマグロを加えることができるのか。先ほどのマグロは食べられてしまったため、同じ重さの新鮮なマグロに変えて再度検証する。
1.8 キロの島味を圧倒的なパワーで持ち去ったあの白いドラ猫が来ました。今回は腹ではなく尻尾のあたりを加えようとしていますが、なかなか牙が刺さりません。さすがの横綱も無理だね。なんとか尻尾を押さえて加えようとするもののうまくいきません。と、これはマグロを加えられず食べてませんか？あれ、
自分の体の半分近くありますからね。諦めて食べたんですね。
ああ、白のドラ猫も 2.1 キロのマグロの前に敗れ去りました。
ものすごい食ってんじゃないですか。
こうしてこの世界
So he really
に
was
ま
a
た
fat
一つ
fuck. It was all about his determination to eat. It wasn't even really about anything else. He just wanted to eat. He said, what's more important, the security of the bush so that I can eat safely? Or eating this tuna so I can get big and fat? And he said, eating this tuna so I can get big and fat.
新たなトリビアが生まれた。
そして、wait, what does it say? こうしてこの世界にまた一つ新たなトリビアが生まれた。Which means 2 kilograms is the max. It's the max. It's number 1. That's how much it takes. 2 kilograms to defeat a stray cat. Well, depends on how determined the stray cat is and how much of a fat fuck they are, I guess. That would be a little bit more accurate. Okay, back in the corner where I belong. Okay, I'm here again, Chatty. Bloodborne, Micolash, host of the Nightclub. Oh no, flash warning? Close your eyes, Chatty. What the fuck?
Awkward.
Wait, this is kind of groovy.
Do you hear
The fucking fight would go down in infamy in a good way if it had this music attached to it. He's busting it down sexual.
No one can match us. No one can top us now.
Wrong, you're a bottom. How many drugs did this video take?
Ooh, majestic. A hunter is a hunter, even in Sweden. But alas, not too fast. The nightclub swirls and twirls unending.
Where's the disco ball? Metaton? It does have Metaton energy. The tentacles have come out! Yeah, they call me Hunter, not like a white boy. They call me the Hunter of the Bloodborne. When I'm out there, throwing out my cane, all the ladies go in fucking sane. Your bitch wishes she was with me. Your bitch feeling kinda tipsy when she drinks my fucking baby seed. This quote!
Do you hear our snares? As you once did for the bogus romp?
Lucy, or as some say, Lucy Empire. Who says that?
Slides grant us slides. But slides on our babes to cleanse our beastly earth.
This is truly incredible work. To be continued? Dude, I think you made the whole video already. What do you mean to be continued? What does he mean by this? Okay, chatty. Before we get into this video, I just have to tell you. This is the drama. Now there will be, because nobody has made a video with my same opinion. I will be showing a video that I'm probably going to be pausing to disagree with several times. Please don't send any hate to anyone. I know that I don't have to tell you that, but just a reminder, you know, it's just a person with a different opinion than me. It's not worth, if you don't agree with this person, just don't interact, okay? Don't interact. No hate towards this person at all. It's a fellow VTuber. So at least you have that. You won't have to look at a flesh woman. Very based. With that said, let's get into it. Alright, I'm gonna do 1.1. Thank God, no flashies. I know, right? God, I hate it.
It never occurred to me that one day I'd be yapping about how a period tracker being added into a video game would suddenly be the spark of controversy because some people from the cesspool side of the internet who have never talked to a real woman in their lives suddenly think that periods are gooner material.
It's the way that the insult is always the same. It's always the fucking same. Oh, you think this thing? Have you ever seen a woman? Have you ever talked to a woman? Have you ever been next to a woman? I bet you don't know any women. I bet you've never even talked to a woman before. I bet you just, you've never been around a woman. You!
Like, huh? What the hell do you mean by that? The only ones gooning about periods, you know, the thing where women bleed monthly, are probably vampires who want to eat that thing out.
That's crazy. I just want you to know that my boyfriend, Edward from Twilight, he would never do that because my god, Stephanie Meyer, said that the vampires consider that to be dead blood, and so they have no interest in, like, eating a girl out on her period. So the vampires you're speaking of are very disgusting and naughty, and I would never, ever encourage that, ever. I just want to put it out there. And here's the thing, I'm not the only one who's going to acknowledge this, probably, because I literally checked a Reddit thread about the announcement for the fucking period tracker in this goddamn game. The period is not the only thing. It's not the only thing that a woman goes through, which is, it's very funny. It's very funny that you're complaining and you're saying that men don't know anything about women when you're reducing a woman's cycle down to just the period. It's 24/7. A woman is always at some fucking point of it. Y'all guys are being reductive.
Now, on the other hand, if you are a female vampire with short blonde messy hair with a hot red fur boa on one shoulder,
Who the hell are
and
you
your name is
talking about?
Sancho, you're always welcome in my house, bestie. Jokes aside, hi, my name is Safara Denoma.
Did you use this video as an excuse to like sex past another VTuber? Who is that?
And I'm here to talk about Love and Deep Space's recent drama. Very impromptu and probably hella scuffed. So sorry.
Base? I mean, should I steal it? Should I just stop in the middle of my YouTube video and be like, I mean, unless your name is Marin Hoshel, then you can tell me whatever you want and I'll, yes, ma'am, please, I'll bend over for you.
Also, just to preface, if you are a
I don't need to get double
well-adjusted
blacklisted
person who
by
doesn't get
Hololive.
weird about the mentions of periods because you most likely talk to real women in real life, congratulations.
Dude, what is this? What is this? Okay, what is this? Some people are grossed out by blood. Some people are grossed out by shit. It's normal. It's a fucking waste product from a bodily function. That doesn't mean that it's not gross to some people.
This is not about you and you are very chill. Now, the dude bros, or incels on the other hand...
It's every fucking time! It's so predictable! It's so fucking predictable! It's so fucking predictable! Incel! 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 You disagree with a woman? You're a man? Incel! 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 Why do you guys fucking think being a virgin is the worst thing that a man could be? Why is that always your first fucking insult? I can't.
In the internet? We'll get into their behavior very soon.
Okay,
First off, though,
I'm waiting
what
for
is
it.
Love and Deep Space? Well, Love and Deep Space is an ultimate Chinese gacha game developed...
Yeah, guys, no, listen, guys, you need the context of what this game is. But be warned, be warned. Women are saying this game is not Gooner.
by Paper Games and released globally for Android and iOS systems in January of 2024. It is known as the first 3D otome game where you, the player, can interact with 3D models of the dudes in an immersive story and surprisingly compelling combat system. Given it is a gacha game, you do have paid options for skins and, quote, loot boxes for variations of the character and additional side stories to further...
The funny fucking thing about this is that I know nobody cares about the gameplay because this is my first time seeing clips of the gameplay. I have not seen any clips of anyone doing the gameplay until this very moment. I'm so serious.
Your immersion in the game with the men. Overall, it's a fun enough game, and it's actually been topping revenue charts for gacha games.
It is! This is what happens. This is what happens when you have no competition in terms of making a video game that caters solely to female gooners! They are gooners.
Even surpassing Hoyoverse games like Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero for monthly revenue. It has a significant dedicated fan base, primarily composed of women, since that is what it is marketed towards. But of course,
They thought that they were getting outgooned. I mean, they are, because Love and Deepspace has been topping the charts. So guys, we gotta step it up. We gotta step it up.
Gay men and non-binaries who play as well. But the issue at hand is not the fact that Love and Deepspace is topping those charts, but rather because it all started when the period tracker feature was released and a dude on Twitter said, "Men, we have been outgooned." Now, at first,
You can't imagine the level of outrage, the level of fucking lashback that guy, however much you're thinking he got for making a funny little comment about that, however much you think he got, it's way worse than you think. It's way fucking worse than you think.
It seems rather comedic, but it quickly devolves into an issue between men versus women when it occurs to people that, hold on, this is only being referred to because of the period track.
Maybe I'm insane, but honestly, if anything, that comment feels more like men are accepting women as fellow gooners. He said, men, we've been outgooned. He's saying that they're fellow gooners. He's saying, wow, that's a respectable amount of gooning that you guys have going on. It did not feel like a lashing out at women. It did not feel that way to me. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe women are just like on something else that I just can't fucking figure out and I'm just crazy and everyone was totally being mean to them. But to me, it literally just sounded like, wow, you know that fucking photo of the really muscular guys holding hands? That's what it felt like to me.
Tracker feature, not because of the revenue it generated. If this person quote retweeted this caption to a statistics of Love and Deepspace making 75 million in 1 month because of a hot dude.
People have also been saying this about the Love and Deepspace fucking income. They've also been saying the same sentiment about it. It's just when somebody responded to the period one, people freaked out about it.
And yeah, sure. I honestly can't see anyone having any serious issues with this besides being referred to as a gooner, which, let me tell you, it's not a compliment. But the fact...
It doesn't matter if it's a compliment or not. It's just a word you use to describe when you're gooning to anime characters.
That's being quote retweeted about the period tracker feature is concerning.
Lizard,
because,
welcome.
hello? Period trackers are not gooning material. And to clarify...
No, I can't take every bait. Hold on. I'm just gonna let it play.
What the virtual men do with this information in the game is that they literally give you comforting words like, remember to take it easy today, and how can I help make you feel better?
All right. What did she just say? What do the men do in the game when you're on your period? They comfort you and they make you feel better. Right. Okay. So let's go check out the announcement. When they figured out a month ago, tracking my period. Okay. All right. Let's see what they had to say about their game. And they can make it go away too for 9 months. Not Gooner, by the way. Can't wait to whip out my phone and pull up Love and Deepspace during the next visit at my gym. I have no fucking clue why that would have anything to do with that. They need to know when our libido shoots up to sell us more spicy cards. Are they gonna give me something special when I'm ovulating? These are all top upvoted comments. So it seems like you guys understood that there's a lot more to a period than just the bleeding part. And it seems like you understood that there was kind of some sexual implications to it. But when men called you out for it, you had a problem? Oh, now it's a problem because men are acknowledging that this part is kind of fucking gooner? Interesting.
Which, like, you know, comforting words is not inherently sexual, but okay. If you don't know what gooning is, by the way, gooning goes by a few definitions, but the
We need a gooning definition, that's right. Alright guys, strap in. This is educational shit.
most common one is somebody who is hopelessly addicted to adult material and, you know, taking care of their personal business to an unhealthy degree. It's often used in jest, but it has adult connotations behind it that is, for all intents and purposes, in this case, very misleading. Combine that with the fact that this person then says, the joke
What a
is
great
that gooners
breakdown.
have their comfort/waifu character being nice to them and substitute for a good mental health care, and goonettes have their comfort/husbando character being nice to them and a substitute for a good partner with IRL applications. Therefore, outgoon.
How are you gonna disagree with this? How are you gonna disagree with this? One of the common things people say about people who are fucking gooners, they just say that, oh, they're replacing real life women with anime girls in every possible way. And then women do that. Now suddenly that's not what gooning is.
It further leads to controversy because...
Guys, that's not gooning.
First off, calling female gooners goonettes is kind of cringe.
You know what's kind of cringe? You know what's kind of fucking cringe? Being in denial about your own fandom.
Just an FYI. But that aside, the fuck you mean only goonettes have IRL applications with their fictional favorite? Let's be for real here. These very same gooner men would absolutely love to have these
And no one's denying that!
characters being nice to them.
No one's fucking denying that! You are! You're the one who's denying it! You're the one who's denying that that's kind of gooner degenerate behavior! You're the ones who are in fucking denial! You're the ones saying it's okay when women do it!
IRL applications as well, because these very same degenerate men, dead ass, want a woman who won't complain and will spread their legs open for
base
them whenever they want. Don't act as if you're suddenly better for liking fictional women as if you...
You're the one! The total lack of self-awareness, the total lack of self-awareness. Women are the ones doing this. Women are the ones with a superiority fucking complex about liking anime male characters. And they act like it's bad when men do it.
Don't have expectations for real
Where's the self-awareness?
way
Where's
in
the
your male
mirror?
fantasy video games to be a real partner someday. Like, come on. But that aside, overall, the main crux of the issue is just that a lot of people were upset that their innocuous period tracker feature is suddenly being scrutinized by men who don't know an iota about the female reproductive system, making...
Guys, every single man, every single one, Every single one. I'm sorry, you may not like it, but every single man who said that and made the joke, they know nothing about women. They know nothing about women. They know nothing about their nothing. Every single one. Every single one.
Baseless assumptions, comparing it to the equivalent of a boner and arousal situations. Fun fact. Women get periods not because they're turned on, but because we're biologically forced to shed our uterine lining due to hormones. We can't control
Let me just
this.
pick the
If we
lowest
could,
fruit
I
response
guarantee
to
you,
respond to and
most
treat
people
that
would
like,
simply
bro, how many likes did that get? How many likes did that get? How many? 30. 30 likes to somebody responding to this person and 1 like to the person who said it. 1 like to the person who said it. They got mega ratioed and we're acting like this one person. This one fucking person. Bro probably liked his own posts. He probably liked his own fucking post. This is bottom of the barrel.
The equivalent of a boner and arousal situations. Fun fact. Women get periods not because they're turned on, but because we're biologically forced to shed our uterine lining due to hormones. We can't control this. If we could, I guarantee you, most people would simply will away their periods to never have them ever in their life. But alas, we can't do that. And we're forced to bleed against our
All this
will
to
on a
tell me
regular
Lucy is
basis.
hella based conic nodders.
I don't even think that this is based. I don't even think that this is based. This isn't even based. I fucking can't stand the hypocrisy. And there's something about love and Deepspace. I tell you guys all the time, I play Otome games. I play Otome games in my free time. But literally, the fan base of this game is so fucking insane. I don't feel like it's a safe place for me. Because there's people who just deny obvious facts about the game. Can we just goon in peace? Can we just happily call ourselves perverts and move on with our lives? Why is it such a fucking problem?
Very gross, by the way. The controversy only gets worse when a well-known content creator whose name I shan't name, but let's just say he's a drama whore and a loser.
Are you talking about that one clickbait video he made where it's just like women have some explaining to do and it's just a clip of that one guy with his like man titties out?
Who got banned from Arknights from all the drama that he stirred up, you know, as well as like Genshin Impact controversies, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Tectone?
Decided to tweet out a message to every woman.
Listen, guys, you're not gonna hear me defend Tectone. But even a stopped clock,
Our game isn't just an over-sexualized game. It's also games that attempt to farm parasocials to feel like the video game character cares and understands you more than those in real life. So yes, lads adding a period tracking feature is for gooners. Shut the fuck up with all y'all trying to act like y'all different.
I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying. Man, it didn't need to be this big of a deal. I just can't believe. Ever since it happened, I've been in shock. I've been stun-locked. I can't believe women got so offended over a minor joke tweet.
Man, no. What? Starting with a message to every woman is the way to get me to roll my eyes instantly and pinpoint you out.
That's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. Hold on. What?
With a message to every woman is...
You are giving a message to every man who made the joke and saying that they're all incels who know nothing about women's reproductive cycle. What?
Is the way to get me to roll my eyes instantly and pinpoint you out as a sad, degenerate incel. And that's really...
I can't, guys, I'm just reinforcing. Don't leave hate on this person's video, okay? It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion, okay?
Out here
okay,
trying
guys?
to change the definition of gooning to fit his biases. Personally,
that's the second
just
usage.
glad
Let's see if
he's
we get a
being
third.
ratioed both in the replies and in the quote retweets. Deserved, TBH. Anyway, honestly, his entire tweet just reads as somebody who's deeply insecure with the idea that these fictional men do genuinely treat women better than some.
I assure you, I fucking assure you, you are not the type of woman that these men want. You're not. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a shit. That means nothing, like less of nothing. Let's see if there's an ovulation tracker. Would there be any question whether it's a gooning game? I mean, I don't know. I was looking up information about it and I couldn't find out if it tracks the ovulation. It tracks like it predicts when your period will happen. So technically they could predict when you would be ovulating with that as well. So, is disliking the video equal hate? No, it's not hate. Just don't leave any hateful comments. I don't want anybody going to them and saying, oh, I saw Lucy react to your video and oh, well, this, and that, the other. I don't want that. Let's just rage here. Let's just rage here. Yeah, it wouldn't be precise. But my idea was that they would probably definitely have flirty messages about ovulation and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure that's what people are gonna add. And it wasn't just me. You saw the comments on that Reddit thread. They thought the same fucking thing, and that's their own damn fandom.
Men do in real life. That's, wow, women can and should be shown love, respect, and compassion from their partner, even being comforted when they're on their periods. When women say, hey, I'm on my period, I don't feel so good right now, that their partner will...
So what you're saying is basically this lash out is because women are insecure about how men treat them on their period. And the moment a guy made a joke about a period and then gooners in the same sentence, they could not handle it. And they freaked the fuck out and had a massive crash out on Twitter about it. Okay.
Soothe them and tell them to rest up and take it easy. Wow, simple things like that is suddenly gooning?
By the way, I just want to point it out. I don't think there's any problem with a period tracker except for the weird like information tracking that is. That's kind of weird. But I think there's nothing wrong with having your little gooner period tracker. I really don't care. Just stop being defensive.
Please. But then again, this person also has essay allegations and last I checked,
wait guys, I can't see the screen. What happened?
Doesn't have a wife anymore, and
guys, I can't see. I can't.
Yeah, anyway.
My
this
eyes.
person is targeting the wrong thing here to call gooning in the first place. Periods are not inherently sexual. Period trackers like Flo have existed for years now, and ain't no one...
Okay, you're not gonna fucking sit here. That's crazy. You're not gonna sit here and pretend that a period tracking app that just has like a basic ass UI used to track how your period is going versus having an anime male character who offers to give you, and I shit you not, tummy rubs. Tummy rubs. You can click an option to get a virtual tummy rub from him. You're not gonna compare those two and say they're the same level. They're just not. It's delusional take.
Getting hot and bothered about that. So why is it that when a gacha game adds it, it's suddenly viewed as ooh la la? Just because it's a romance game? It ain't like these guys are raw.
Yes, because it's a romance game. Because it's inherently different.
Dogging you when you're on it, and some people have even said that it's actually helping them keep track of their own periods in a beneficial way. Some even said that they don't trust the US-based period trackers because of their...
I don't trust America with my data. Let me give it to China, the notoriously
data having historically been sold, but China is fine because they haven't had any sold data about periods that they are aware of. Okay. If anything, this is just adding accessibility
that they're aware of,
something that those very people would have been without. Now, there's another person who decided to chime in who is 100% that controversial content creators.
Oh no.
#1 booty hole licker, who says, I'd go as far as to say that it doesn't just feed gooners, but straight up degenerate behaviors. They want you not to exist functionally in a society.
That's a little too far, but I get the idea. There are a lot of things that it seems like it's encouraging people to detach from the real world and give up on having like normal interaction with other people and like trying to build relationships with other people. Yes, that does exist. And guess what? Literally me. I've given up. I'm not gonna ever be in a relationship. It's over. I only have chatty. Whatever. What do you want me to do about it? Oh, Lucy, that's degenerate. Oh, yeah, I've been degenerate since pretty much 10 years old. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
And whoa. What? That's crazy. Didn't know periods is degeneracy. This person who...
It's the way that they misrepresent every fucking thing that they say, and they're just like, oh, I didn't know that my period is fucking gooner. It's, guys, this is a natural body function. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
By the way, is a cat girl VTuber further elaborates. There are a lot of women who have normal lives while playing these games. I know many, and that is the majority of the player base. But we cannot ignore the fact these games are so predatory to women who are lonely and sad.
Are you going to disagree with this person?
To the point they dedicate hours of their life every day to their fictional husband.
It's a problem that both men and women share.
They have raised their real life standards to the point they will reject a life with another man if they do not meet the fantasy that is their husbando. This is unhealthy mental illness. These women are very vulnerable to spend hundreds, sometimes thousands they do not have just so they can feed their parasocial relationship. It's a dating game. The company wants you to become attached to these characters. Why is that so controversial?
Why is it so controversial?
Women are now rejecting real men because the virtual ones do it better. It's degen behavior to love an AI or a virtual boyfriend, and that's fine. We just gotta be okay to admitting that. If you have an account where you're making 100 posts a day about your favorite love interest and it's taking most of your time, I'm sorry, that is degen behavior. You have rejected most of your real life for your fantasy.
That is a long-ass
Men
tweet.
are totally degens too.
You know what? Maybe the CEO, the original one, not the new one. Maybe the original CEO of Twitter was cooking when he put down a 180 character word limit.
The gotcha space. Just because I'm specifically talking about one side does not mean I'm critical to the other. A huge reason I left the lads community is because I saw just how toxic it was. Merely having critique about the game, having any kind of negative opinion about one of the love interests results in her.
You should just say, some gotcha games are predatory. And that goes for men and women. I just did your whole tweet again. I just did your whole fucking tweet again.
Harassment.
And I
cheating,
did it
a
in the
whole lot.
character limit.
The parasocialism is off the charts. Personally, I have no issues with them saying that the game can be predatory towards those who may be lonely and who overspend just to be more in tune with their fictional favorite. But I do have issues with them saying they have raised their real life standards.
I don't know how to tell you guys this, but women, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. A lot of the time, the men that you like in gacha games, and this goes for me too, okay? The men that you like as characters in fictional stories are not even good people, and you shouldn't be looking for that in real life. Yeah.
To the point they will reject a life with another man and calling it unhealthy mental illness. No, it's absolutely not an—
No one lives up to the standards of the fucking anime waifu or husbando. Literally no one. Not even your anime waifus. VTubers were a mistake because, unfortunately, VTubers are controlled by humans, okay? This is true. It is possible. A VTuber could betray you. I could come out one day and say, you know what, guys? You know what, guys? Actually, this video is fucking bae. She's completely right about everything, and I will now go and I will only make love and Deepspace content forever. That would be betrayal. It could happen because I'm just a human being, right? The anime waifu, the anime husbando can never betray you. They can never do anything that pisses you off unless the writer makes them, okay? It's sad, but it's true. And you can't expect real people to be that perfect. I really don't care. I mean, that goes for everyone.
Unhealthy mental illness to have standards raised about how men in real life should ideally treat their partner. When you get into a romantic long-term relationship,
Sometimes, guys, it's kind of crazy because this is the same game that had a drama because there's a new character in there and he's like her childhood friend, but they used to have like a sibling-like relationship, and then they patched that out in the English version so that he wouldn't call himself her brother, just so it would not trigger Western enjoyers of the game by the implication that there ever was a sibling-like relationship, which, by the way, yeah, I'm raising my standards. If you weren't my fucking childhood friend and you didn't literally treat me like I was your sister, I'm Southern, so I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. You're not good enough for me.
You should be treated with respect, with care, with compassion, especially if you envision yourself with this person for the rest of your life. I'm sorry that this game brings—
Respect, care, and compassion is not the absolute most that these fucking characters do, bro.
Awareness to women who realize that, hey, if the guy you're with or seeing will treat you like dog shit, then maybe, just maybe, you should just leave them and find somebody who can treat you better. Women
like a virtual boyfriend! Ah!
Shouldn't settle for less. Not when it's really not that hard for men to be good, caring individuals for their loved ones. Those healthy—
It's hard for everyone. It's hard for everyone. It's hard for women too. Case in point, the responses to that tweet.
Men do exist out there. And
have you seen the new trailer? We'll get to that after this video.
Instead, get rid of the garbage who only put you down or won't try to sympathize you when you're going through your cramps. Find somebody who loves you, genuinely loves you. It's not mental illness to expect basic human decency. It can be problematic if you're trying to, like, I don't know, imagine yourself with a secretly hot mermaid or a vampire or a rich—
What's wrong with that? No, what's wrong with that?
Billionaire. But most people don't have such unrealistic expectations. But
oh, I can think of a good example right here. The character in the video game will never interact with another female. He won't even look at her. Meanwhile, if you send a real boyfriend to the store to buy you pads, and he tells you that the cashier was a woman, he's already failed to meet that standard. He might have thought that she was hot. Maybe she had big tits. You never know. You can never trust a human male. That's the kind of standards I'm talking about.
Basic human decency and compassion? Nah, raise those standards, my fellow ladies. Anyway, both these people are getting ratioed to hell, and again, the main crux of the issue is
ratioed to hell by a bunch of women who are in denial.
Is that all this came about because of the period tracker feature.
Twitter's a crazy fucking
website. When the
website.
game topped revenue charts for months. It wasn't a thing when there were literal clips of
me when I defend my Gooner game and then I show Gooner clips from it.
People tapping the dudes in suggestive areas. It wasn't a thing when the recent spicy cards came out.
I love Lucy.
It
Lucy
was.
is my
It
childhood
was.
friend.
It
And
was.
nothing
It
more.
was.
I
They
know
were
she
talking
keeps
about it.
insisting
We've
she's
all
my
been talking
wife and
about it.
scaring
We've
off
all
other
been
women,
saying it.
making lewd jokes. But that's just her quirky running gag. Very, very, very real. Did I give you the correct childhood friend experience, Lucy?
No.
Oh boy, that was very spicy. No, instead, it's about periods. And it just shows me
Everybody has been saying this shit. It blew up because he said it in response to the period tracker. But I guarantee you, I could find a fucking quote retweet for probably every single trailer they have ever dropped on their Twitter where people are saying that. And everyone just had a crash out over this particular instance.
how little some people know about the female reproductive system.
I
For the love
can't!
of God, please. Periods are not something.
It's because they know about the female reproductive system that they know it's fucking gooner. It's because they know ovulation exists that they know it's fucking gooner.
Uterus havers can control. It is not sexy to be in pain for a week every month. Getting words of reaffirmation may be, quote, parasocial to an extent, but it's not equivalent to gooning. As somebody who goons regularly to a fictional vampire wife,
Hey, if you're a person, just I don't know if you're a character or a VTuber, but if you need help, just send me a business email, okay?
please don't get it twisted, bestie. Anyway, that's all I had to say on this. What do you think about the scenario? Do you play Love in Deep Space?
Well, guys, I don't know. I'm thinking the game's not gooner. Let's check out the new trailer.
You. What will you do next? Since you chose to enter this room, scared, keep this up and you'll regret it. Do you hate me? Do you think I'm a monster?
Women, please. You have to stop being defensive about every little fucking thing. I'm begging you. I'm fucking begging you, because this is legitimately pretty much worse than 90% of gacha games catered to men. It's more extreme. And my favorite thing is that their game devs know that their shit is gooner. They don't care. They're unapologetic about it. Cause the funniest thing they could have fucking done was drop cards like these right after the fucking period controversy, where everyone was like, it's not degenerate for me to want a man who's nice to me on my period. It's not degenerate for me to want to be treated like a person. It's not degenerate. I'm not a gooner. I'm not a gooner. I'm not a gooner. Men call women who just want to be treated with respect gooners. No. It's just you have the period tracker on top of all this, so it's pretty normal to assume that they're going to be hitting on you during your ovulation cycle. I'm just saying. It really is that simple sometimes. It really is that fucking simple. I'm just sick of the fucking holier-than-thou attitude that a lot of women have in the gacha spaces. It's fucking pervasive. It's everywhere. These are the people who will build like separate communities to talk about a game, and they'll say, but we're not like those men. We're not degenerate perverts who only like sexy big titty women like those men. And then their fucking username is like anal sex with aventurine or some shit. Like, fine, base, have your anal sex. You're literally them. You are Anyway. I am a proud gooner. I'm a proud gooner. Proud of it. I stay gooning. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset about it. Sometimes you just goon. Sometimes you just goon. Now we're gonna go to Reddit. We have Reddit submissions. Wow. Real, based, and quite possibly true. What is this going to be? I got something to react to right here. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I really had a great day talking about stuff. Wildfire, welcome. Wow, you're really living up to your username, SA Soldier. Great job. He's fucking committed to the bit. Really has. Showed my grandpa isekai reel. What the fuck is this video? What is... He's dead? Is it getting like the vibrations? What is going on? He likes it. Look at the faces he's making. What a great song. I wonder who made it. Very spooky. Bass! Luciana, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. But you're only half correct. With both male and female humans are garbage to an extent. It's almost like people kind of suck in general. It's almost like everyone is mean to everyone, and we're mean to each other, and we should all try to be nicer. Maybe we should all just try to be nicer, you know? Maybe we should all just stop being mean.
In 1987, a
Sorry, is that too controversial?
23-year-old woman woke up in the middle of the night to see a tall, slender figure at the foot of her bed. Realizing something was terribly wrong, she screamed, but before she could even get up, the creature left the room silently. After 10 long...
Lunaria VT, thank you for the raid! Welcome in! Hi! Hi!
minutes, she got up to check on the parents, confused why they hadn't reacted to her cries for help. While approaching the master bedroom, what she saw next froze her in terror.
God, I wish my dreams were like this. I'm sorry that the raid had to see... I'm sorry that the raid had to see all that. You know, to be fair, I didn't know. To be fair, I did not know. I can do it, Glad. It's this meme! It's the meme! It's the meme!
I can do it.
He can do it. It's me! Oh. Guys, you can't post the pictures that I'm posting on Discord. It's a secret, okay? Yeah, it did. That was my reaction. Cause why would you? Why? I was just trying to share some cute art with Chatty, and then somebody turns into a meme like this. Like, suck my dick, God. Damn. Lucy, but Chatty regrets nothing. What? Ooh, louch. Louch. Wait, is this Silent Hill? Is this the Silent Hill edit?
Since I last saw her, I made a mistake. I'm busy with work, life, responsibility. I pulled away from the woman I loved.
What? Wait, Chatty, you're James?
I need to see her again. Ever since I saw her YouTube videos long ago, I knew I would follow her to the ends of the earth.
Chatty, you killed me!
I should have kept that promise. Was told she would be here, in a game I never thought I would see her in. Silent Hill.
You said you would take me again, but you never did. Well, I'm here now, gooning in Silent Hill, making fun of female crash outs on Twitter, waiting for you. Time to go then and take her back to Silent Hill. I'm still there! It's the music. On Silent Hill, it would be very unsilent with me in there. I am loud and annoying. No way! No way!
Could you really be in this game?
Hold on, let me change the fucking size. It's the thing! It's the thing! What the fuck? It's me! Dude, that's Bikini Lucy. No, she's a whore. Get away from her! Get away from her! That's a whore! You're so foul. You're so foul for that. You're so foul for that. No way. No way! What?
And so, Chatty was able to find true love and they lived happily ever after.
This is the best ending possible.
They were chased by a dude with a big waifu pill of another woman.
Who the fuck is that? Numi?
Something about Chatty's representation of the deep, dark guilt of looking at other women.
Dude, is that why the fucking nurses keep saying, "Nya"? And they keep saying, "Let me show you my mommy voice." Nya.
Look, I don't know. I got other things to do, like make more cringe content.
Literally me, bro. Aw, this is so cute. This is such good. Oh my god, like so much effort went into this. Thank you guys. Oh, it's so good. Arigato gozaimasu. Wait, what is this? Soju. This is the last one.
This tastes like juice.
I'm not drunk yet.
Whatever. Guys, why do I feel like I'm being called out and attacked? I am being attacked. You know what? I get it. I know why those gooner women are so defensive. I'm defensive. I was barking for the bit, okay? Excuse me for trying to entertain my chatty. That doesn't make me a degen. That doesn't make me a gooner. I'm just trying to make them happy. I'm just trying to make them smile. You know what? I take it all back. This stream was a mistake. They're right. Women are right. Period tracker is not even slightly gooner in any context. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And I'll stand by it. Okay? I'll stand by it. I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck should I raid? Can I be that plush, Lucy? Oh, chatty. My plushie's kind of stinky right now on account of redacted. Yeah, on account of that. Today was fun. Was it fun? Did you guys like hearing me rant about stupid shit? Thanks! I've had it on my mind. I'm so glad it's now out of my brain. I'm glad it's over with and I never have to think about it again. I finally ranted it all away. And I'm happy now. I feel so fulfilled. I feel so good. It's so nice. Yes, yes, yes. It was really fun, Lucy. Wait, why are you saying it like you're just trying to get me to shut up or something? I don't think they mean it, chatty. I don't think they fucking mean it. I think they're lying. I don't know. Should I trust?
You're not like that in real life? Should we bring up the story when you met Cinder?
That has been misrepresented. Eric, thank you for the it's been misrepresented. It has. Oh, Rosuri's live. I will raid Rosuri. Nice art, nice chill down stream. I'm sure there won't be any talk about gooning or any of that or any calling Lucy a fucking gooner just because she barked for chatty. I barked for you? I barked for you because I love you. You may not understand this about women, but a woman will only bark for you if she actually loves you. And I love you. I love you. That's why I bark. Look, I'll do it again. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of my love for chatty. I will denigrate myself. I will humiliate myself. I will look stupid as long as it'll make you smile, as long as it'll make you laugh, as long as it'll get your nut out. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. I'm desperate to make you happy. Because that's how much you mean to me. And well, if that makes me a gooner, if that makes me a degenerate, if that makes me act like a girl who's drunk on soju, I don't care. I don't care. I guess I'm a girl who's drunk on soju. Fuck that, I'm drunk on life. I'm drunk on Shaddy. I stay drunk on Shaddy every day of my life. And next week, I'm going to up the fucking ante by delivering to you a good goddamn Valentine stream where we make brownies, not edible ones, not edibles, no edibles, legal brownies with ice cream. With that being said, thank you for a very fun week, Chatty. Hopefully, I will
Lucy
make some
love.
good progress
See
on
you
my
next
video
week,
over the
Lucy,
weekend,
Lucy
and I will be
Heart.
able to update the VOD fucking channel. Please look
And we
forward
call
to
you
it.
out because
Lucy
we love
love,
you too, Lucy
Chatty
Heart.
love,
Have a good
much
night,
love.
dear
Have
Lucy
a good rest of
Peekasy.
your weekend. You would tell me thank you for the 26 months, blah blah. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.